Here we go, we're live. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll just let a few people jump on and we'll introduce ourselves as we wait for a few people to jump on. So my name is Lindsay. This is my husband Jess, and we're here every Tuesday at 7:30 to answer questions that are sent in by you guys. And tonight what we're talking about is the pre-purchase exam and whether it's something that is really necessary if you are looking at purchasing a new horse. So we're going to chat a little bit about that. If you have questions as you go along, please let us know what those are and we'll try to get to them. If we don't get to them right away while we're live, then we will hop on and make sure that we get to those afterwards. If you have a question for one of our Q&A sessions that you want to send in, you can send that into our email, which is hayscofellph@gmail.com. That's HAYESCOFELLPH@gmail.com. And we will throw it into the list of questions that we have going, so that if we don't answer it in a live, which seems to be what happens, we answer multiple questions in each one, then we can make a whole new live video just to answer that for you. If you're here and you're watching, if you can let us know, you can drop an emoji or say hi, let us know that you can hear us, that would be great. And if you stay right through to the end of our conversation about pre-purchase exams, then we have kind of a little bit of fun news for you.
Nobody told me any of this.
Yeah, you know this.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Okay, it looks like Rob can hear us. That's great. Hi, Rob. Okay, so let's talk about pre-purchase exams and whether or not, so the question was, is a pre-purchase exam really necessary? What is your gut reaction to that?
If I am spending enough money that I am concerned about it, then yes.
How much money do you have to spend to be concerned about it?
Everybody has their own personal belief on that. If I go to the local sale barn, I'm just trying to find some horses, and they're cheap horses, and I just want riding horses for somebody that just needs to go down the road, and they look pretty good, then I'm not going to worry about it. If I'm going and somebody's spending a little bit of money and it's out of their comfort level, then I think it's like insurance, and then you should do it for peace of mind. That's how I look at it for myself. What do you think?
I think you should, almost as a rule, always have a pre-purchase exam done. Because I think for most people, so, obviously if you're spending a lot of money on a horse, you want to have a pre-purchase exam done. If you're spending a lot of money, you're spending that money with the intent to do something with that horse. Breed it, or show it, or something. Have your kids ride it, whatever. And I think that any of those reasons, definitely, if you're spending a lot of money, then that's part of your investment, right? It's also part of your investment into the ownership of that horse. So if you have a pre-purchase exam done and you decide to purchase the horse, then you have that information going forward. You have almost like a baseline of that horse's health or bone health or whatever as you're going forward. If you're not spending a whole lot of money and you just want a pasture, if you just want a pasture ornament, you just want a pet, I guess, for me, I would still advise somebody to do a pre-purchase exam, because there's still so much that can go undetected by somebody who's not a super knowledgeable person, which most people are not.
Oh, and for me, I have no doubt the second set of eyes of somebody that I trust. And that's the biggest thing when we talk about this. So when we're saying pre-purchase exam, buy a trusted veterinarian, not putting any veterinarians down, but everybody has their specialties. So having a vet that is good at lameness, is good at that stuff, and is honest, is a huge ordeal. Yeah. Having an extra set of eyes, is always a good thing. And I think there's a lot to be said for what you said about just knowing where to go forward. I mean, if the doctors x-rayed me, I might not get the perfect bill of health to go to the Olympics, but knowing what needs to be done to maintain it is all you're after. I mean, that's, no horse is perfect, so it's just a matter of what can you deal with and what can you not deal with comfortably, and knowing that. And that's a tricky thing a tricky way to think about it.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point, and that's actually somebody emailed in this morning and said that a pre-purchase exam no horse is perfect. So it's not that a pre-purchase exam is done necessarily to find everything absolutely clear and textbook. That a pre-purchase exam can be done from the perspective of looking to see what type of maintenance that horse is going to need. And I think that's valid. That's a really valid point. No horse is perfect. Like you said, you're not perfect, but knowing what maintenance can be done or needs to be done